All right, I'm out here gonna plant some of my tomatoes. It may be a bad decision, but it's mine to make. It's been kind of a weird winter. Normally I have stuff already in the ground, but I really started not trusting the weather after -2 degrees that we had here in Dallas area, Texas. So I'm kind of leery of it, but I'm gonna go ahead and plant some of my dwarf variety of tomatoes. First one I'm gonna plant, I think, is called Fuzzy Wuzzy tomato. That's right, Fuzzy Wuzzy. A little plug. Let me show you how fuzzy these are. Not sure if that's giving a good view of it. Look at all those hairs on that. That's insane. The tomato, I think, is supposed to have that peach fuzz type hairs on it as well. But I'm gonna plant Fuzzy Wuzzy right here. I'm gonna probably plant all 3 of them out. Oh, I only have 2. All the seeds pretty much sprouted. Had really good luck. But then my greenhouse lost power in that real cold weather, and I lost a lot of seedlings. Oh, power went out on my house anyway. So, of course it did in my greenhouse. The only reason some of them survived is because I had a wood stove in there. But I was using most of the wood in the house, so go figure. I'm definitely planting some of the tiny Tims. That's a pretty tiny Tim. I love these little plugs. I saw, I believe it was M.I. Gardner that started using these, and I was like, that's pretty cool. But that's a tiny Tim. These don't need near as much room. This one is Dwarf Lemon Ice, I think, or something like that. It's gonna be right next to the Fuzzy Wuzzy. Tiny Tim on this side, Fuzzy Wuzzy, and Lemons something. Oh, that's a nice one right there. That one's beautiful. I'm gonna probably do 2 of each. And yes, I know I'm planting them close, but I don't like it that close. Put one right here. Sometimes you have to change what you're doing mid-stride. Alright, so this one, I'll pull the tag out and show you what it's called. These 2 in the middle. Alright, so now I'm going to plant the bottom row of these ones that are supposed to be micro dwarfs. I thought that might be interesting. Go ahead and plant these out. Alright, these right here are called micro dwarfs, and they're called Pinocchio. Ooh, I may have to buy a new ones of these planters. They seem to be getting brittle. This is like the 3rd year I think I've had these. I like them a lot. You can get a whole lot of plants in one little area. Well, I think I'm gonna stop there and have 4 of these right now. I don't want to plant all my tomatoes that are dwarf varieties all at once. Scarlet Heart is a dwarf. Oops. This one's not a dwarf, so I'm gonna put, oh, well, it is a dwarf, but it's not a micro dwarf. Okay, so this one is these are 30 inches tall. That's just a determinate. Maybe I'll plant those over here more. And go back to this planter. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and plant more Pinocchio. Alright. I still have tons more tomatoes. This is 8 in here. I think 17 down there, so whatever. Alright, well, this is how I'm planting my tomatoes in this new bed of mine. This is a washer tub. I didn't say that. So it's repurposed for this. It's actually on a little stand. It's kind of cool. Thank you, brother. And this is a ring from ductwork, so it's a repurposed. It didn't get used, so I'm using it. It's actually part of my fire pit, and it kept falling off, hitting my ankle. That's really big to hit your ankle. But this is what it looks like up close. Has a lot of tomatoes, but they're supposed to be small. So if not, I'll thin them out, especially once they start producing. And if I don't like one of them, bye. Or if my daughters don't like them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and a like. Subscribe if you haven't. Y'all have a good one. Bye. Alright, you need to water this pretty quickly after you do it so that they don't dry out, because if the plant starts are wet but the soil is dry, the water will evaporate out of the soil that's already wet from the seedlings, and then the plant will dry out a lot quicker. Here's my hand. Just want to give it a nice drink. I'm not scared. A lot of people are probably like, oh, you're gonna splash a bunch of stuff up on them. Probably, but what does the rain do? It doesn't rain from the bottom all the time. So I think it can handle sometimes it being rain, then water it in this way. That and it will help. It'll help settle down the soil and seal up the air pockets and stuff. Oh, I see a weed. Let's see if I can weed this real quick. Done. These are seeds from, I'll put the name right there. Well, there we go. Got tons more tomatoes. Whee! I'm gonna fall in it.